Hello, beautiful Cancers. Welcome to 2020 Tarot. This is Natalie. Today I'm doing a couples love relationship reading, and this will be for February. This may or may not resonate with all of you, but if it doesn't, please check out your Venus sign. And if it does, wonderful. And if it doesn't resonate with the Venus, try your moon and rising. And if that doesn't resonate, then please by all means go check out another reader and come back and check me out another time. So we have for you, Cancer, the engagement card. Your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment. This is beautiful. For those of you that have recently met somebody or a couple of years ago, there's commitment coming your way. And it looks like, a ring was offered to her, and they're contemplating the ring, and they're both in awe about this. This is great. I mean, it doesn't have to be a ring. Commitment could be anything, but it's at least a commitment in love for you, Cancers. Now, I don't know if you've noticed, but I'm using mostly pink cards for this reading, and I'm hoping that the pink for romance is going to bring some very positive energies for you for this love reading for couples. For Cancer in February, the month of love. Okay, so here we go. Oops. For Cancer, February couples, love reading. All right, now your energy between the two of you is of disappointment. Wow, okay. Disappointment. Let's see where that takes us. And then we have the communication is the Justice card. So it's fair, balance, it's equitable for all parties. The strength between the two of you is the teamwork. You're wanting to build together and work together on this. The weakness, however, is the Queen of Pentacles. Oh, this was the Three of Pentacles, sorry. And I think the weakness, we'll come back to that, but I think being the Queen of Pentacles is that maybe you're working on this, but maybe there's a lack of nurturing from one person, a lack of sharing, or someone's not yet quite grounded yet. Okay, the reality is the Empress, which is abundance and birthing new. I mean, there's a lot of stuff around her, a lot of wheat, there's a cornucopia, there's a lot of water to feed the fields. I mean, everything is there for potential beautiful relationship with this person. The passion is the Four of Cups. Okay, so passion is dwindling. Someone's bored, or someone's not seeing the passion between the two of you, or someone's just turning a blind eye to it. The key to the future is the Ace of Cups. Okay, so I think there's going to be a change. There has to be a change, and I think that's what's going on. Someone is disappointed. Maybe someone was hoping that this engagement or commitment was going to happen around the holiday period, and it didn't happen. And the communication between the two of you has been somewhat fair in the sense that, maybe you've been with this person for a very long time and you're expecting, that this relationship would take off to a different level by this time. And yeah, because you've been putting in a lot of work. You both have, actually, but one of the two is not making the offer, or not supporting or not feeding the relationship like it should be fed with love and nurturing energy. And maybe it's because they're holding on to their assets. They're very very involved with their work. And maybe they're just kind of like building up. I mean, you're most likely, I think, probably in your 30s or in your 40s, and you've had to start over again, right? And you have to rebuild your wealth. And whoever it is that's not making the offer yet, or the engagement offer, or not committing yet, you're probably starting over again, or you're just starting in life and trying to accumulate wealth in order to be able to provide. And that's probably what's holding you back. It's not that you don't want to, because all the elements are there for you guys to have a beautiful life together. And the person that is actually disappointed is only looking at that, and too bad that she's not, or he's not turning around and looking at the 2 cups and seeing that, there is so much abundance there, so much abundance between the 2 of you, right? So much abundance from the Empress. They're just focusing on the one aspect, which is the engagement, or, maybe they're trying to burn the steps here, although it has been a long time that you've been together, probably 5 years. And it's causing them to feel somewhat bored or disinterested. Maybe your physical life together is kind of dwindled a little bit. And I think what the key to the success is to rekindle that. Rekindle. And I think the person that is, before I go there, I think communication needs to be open, and maybe more communication needs to be had, but it needs to be fair by both parties, and it needs to be a wise communication. There's an owl on this card. And more about sharing our deepest and inner thoughts with one another. Keeping it on a wise scale, because you don't want to have communications that are too emotional. By doing so, eventually a new love is going to come through for you guys. You're going to rekindle that love. And I totally think that, the outcome of that will be that the engagement is going to come through for you, Cancer. So let's see. Okay, we've got, I just got these cards. Yeah, and I'm going to say exactly the same as I said with the other reading. Here we have the institution, and the institution is probably, you're going to solicit some help from a counselor of some kind. And this is the book, and the book spells for secrets as well as knowledge. So I believe that through counseling together, you will discover each other's secrets. Okay? You're going to work together on this. And you're going to discover, each other's fears and each other's needs. And you'll be able to build on that and learn from that as a couple, to be able to, focus on the positive and focus on the years to come, because the abundance is there between the 2 of you. All right? And the new love is coming in for the 2 of you. The Ace of Cups, renewed love. Oh, sorry. So here we have a woman who's lying in the night. She's falling asleep, or she's asleep. And the reading on this card says surrender. At times, we must surrender the old before something new can enter our lives. Let go and all will work out. So the person that is disappointed needs to surrender to this reality. Needs to surrender to the timeline, to the factors that it's not the right time for the other party. And more work needs to be done between the 2 of you. And the one that's involved with, trying to accumulate the wealth, to have a secure foundation and grounded family, or to start a family. You need to surrender also to the fact that you may be basing all of this on traditional values that are handed down to you. Who says you need to have the house with the picket fence and all that? You could start your life in an apartment. And, if it is the case, who hasn't lived in an apartment? I mean, I've had to start my life over again many times. And each time I've moved, I started with an apartment and then I built up to a house. It's kind of like the smart thing to do when you move to a new city, to figure out, unless you're already, unless you're already with a family situation. But every time I've moved, it's because I got single again. So anyways, long story short, I'm not going to share all of that, but you need to surrender. You both need to surrender on your own parts, whether it is through the expectations of, getting this engagement or this commitment, or through the fact that everything needs to be perfect in order to build a family with this person that you're committed with already, that you're already in a relationship with. Okay, so both of you need to do some work. Let's pull a card now from the After Tarot to see where this is going to possibly end up, if all of this is being followed. And we have victory, the Six of Wands. And I think if we look at the symbolism of this, the person on the horse is offering a crown to one of the persons in the audience. And I think this is both of you recognizing one another for the hard work that you've put together at working together to solidify your relationship and to move forward and to build something better for one another in this partnership. And I think this is what's going on. He's offering that wreath, and here too, this is commitment, this is engagement, this is commitment. And it's shared, right? So I really think that these two cards mean the same thing for you, Cancer. This is really good. I like to see this. So all the best to you, Cancer, for February, and happy couple in love. Actually, it's going to get there. There's a lot of potential between the two of you. So hang in there, whoever you are, the one that's disappointed or the one that's trying to build the wealth, whatever. This could be vice versa, right? So take care, and we'll talk to you next month. Bye-bye now.